with my traveling in Australia, vlogging, but then I got sick and busyness and everything, so I'm back. Um, I think I'm gonna continue with the Australian trip, how we planned our Australian trip, did everything, and because that links in with the Australian travel guide, so I think I'll be doing that. Um, we also have another women's trip coming up next week, so I'm leaving to Vietnam next week. So now I'm thinking of it. Maybe it's not the best thing to start now again with the Australian travel uh, vlog about our trip to Australia, our dream trip to Australia, the road trip of 6 weeks, and how we planned and did everything. Because I know the next 2 weeks are gonna be hectic with me hosting a group trip again in Vietnam. But let's talk about the guide. We can talk about the guide. This is the guide, the Australian travel guide. Why did I make this guide? I wrote this guide because we have a lot of tourists who come here to Australia, and they sometimes come with very unrealistic itineraries. And I say very unrealistic itineraries. Mostly it are people that have traveled in Europe and traveled in the US, and they are used to maps in Europe. If you're used to maps in Europe and you see Australian maps, you kind of think the distances are similar. And I say that because I've lived in Europe myself for 36 years, traveled in Europe a lot. And then when we came to Australia to travel the first time, we had that mindset like, oh, distances on the map here in Australia is the same as distances when you look at a European map. But that is not the case. Australian maps, the map of Australia is bigger than Europe. So, for example, if you travel from, let's say, from Rockhampton further up north, and you've seen a little town on the map, and you think you'll stop in that little town and you'll have food, drink, sleep there, everything. You'll be driving and you'll be driving, and after a while, you're like, there should be a little town here. We saw it on the map. And my husband was like, I didn't see like a sign of a town, but I saw like a shed or something there in the distance. Was that the town? And yes, sometimes that is the town, but it's not a town where you can stop and do stuff. It's just a town on the map, and there are just a few farms and a few houses. So it's different than in Europe. When you think, oh, you stopped in that cute little town in France on your way down to the coast, it's not the same. And what people also uh, often forget is that they say they're gonna do lots of fun trips. They have like screenshot from TikTok and Instagram. They have their phone and their GPS, and they think that is enough as a planning. But guess what? I live in Canberra, the capital city. Depending on which direction we're driving, our phone reception is gone within the hour. That's how big Australia is. You have lots of black spots. This means that if you have black spots and you're counting on your phone to be safe or to bring you somewhere or to look things up, it won't work. It works in the city. If you're in the cities, it's fine. But if you're driving, let's say from Melbourne to Sydney, you will have big parts on the road where you have no reception. And if you have no reception, um, but you have a full tank, you have water, you have thingies, that's okay. But it also means that if you have no reception, if something goes wrong or if you took a wrong exit somewhere, you need to contact the emergency services. So it's not that you can do it. You can do it with your phone, but you need additional resources and additional planning. Buy a real map. Back in the day, I'm showing my age. Back in the day, no matter where you would travel, where we would travel, we would always buy a travel guide. In the travel guide, in the back or in the front, there would always be a map of certain cities. You need a real map in Australia as well for if something happens. Also, traveling in Australia, you need to check the weather. It doesn't matter if it's summer or if it's winter here. Summer can mean bushfires. Bushfire can mean certain roads are closed. Summer can also mean floods. Winter can mean floods. It is not a guarantee that the road you want to take through that rural area is open. So you need to do proper planning. So things like that and more are all written in my guide. So get my guide. It's now on sale for 18 US dollars. Temporary. It's only on sale temporary for 18 US dollar. The link is in my bio. Get it on the website, and we'll be back soon to have more chats.